So I remember attending the first round of her match, which was a tough match at the U.S. Open, and then I went back home, and then I was contemplating coming back, and I wanted to witness her win because I think she has such an amazing head on her shoulders and the game, and I think she has a voice and a platform that's going to,
Maria Sharapova has finally shared her thoughts about one of the quickest emerging figures in women's tennis, and her comments have delivered a strong statement throughout the WTA circuit. The former world #1 and 5-time Grand Slam winner made it clear that she is truly amazed by Alex Ela and what the young talent symbolizes for the future of the game. Yet what Sharapova expressed goes far beyond simply complimenting a gifted competitor. In her view, Alex Ela is not merely another rising prospect. She stands as a representation of something far greater, something the sport of tennis has been waiting for over many years. Sharapova openly revealed that she has been carefully following Eala since her breakout showing at the Miami Open last season. That event completely transformed everything for the young standout. It was the moment when the global tennis community understood that Alex Ela was no longer just an exciting junior prospect. She had officially stepped onto the sport's biggest platform, and Sharapova, who understands exactly what it requires to succeed in a fiercely competitive era, quickly recognized something unique. She explained that she was extremely impressed by how Eala managed the attention during that impressive surge. According to Sharapova, it is extremely difficult for a young competitor to suddenly face worldwide focus and enormous expectations. The weight of that moment can easily overwhelm even seasoned professionals. Yet Eala remained calm, determined, and highly professional during the entire journey. Sharapova even confessed that she was quietly cheering for Eala during several crucial encounters. She said she truly wanted Alex Ela to win her first match at the US Open and that she sincerely hoped the young star would continue to succeed. For Sharapova, this situation was about far more than match results. From her perspective, Eala represents something profoundly important for the sport. She highlighted that Alex Ela is representing Asia in a way that motivates millions of people who may have never previously felt represented in professional tennis. Sharapova also noted that the sport has historically been led by athletes from Europe and North America. Although tennis has expanded across the world, Asian presence at the very highest level of women's tennis has still remained relatively uncommon.
Victories are so special, but if you treat them too high, and you treat the tough moments as a really big low in your career, it's hard to find that happy medium, and I think that's what that sweet spot is.
That is exactly why Maria Sharapova believes Alex Ela's ascent carries such significance. In her opinion, Eala is not merely shaping her own professional path, she is unlocking opportunities for a whole generation of aspiring athletes across Asia who now feel that reaching the highest tier of tennis is possible for them as well. Sharapova even went further, stating that Alex Ela is more than a skilled performer on the court, she is becoming a powerful symbol for Asian tennis. And when a figure like Sharapova makes a statement like that, it holds tremendous influence. During her own journey in the sport, Sharapova experienced firsthand the weight that comes with representing a nation and culture on the international stage. She knows how powerful it can be when millions of people watch an athlete and see a reflection of their own dreams and identity in that story. One element that has impressed Sharapova the most about Eala is her mindset. She explained that excellence in tennis is not defined only by victories. Anyone can appear confident when everything is unfolding perfectly. The true measure of a champion is revealed in how they react when circumstances become difficult. According to Sharapova, Alex Ela has already demonstrated that she holds that uncommon level of psychological toughness. She noted that Eala not only celebrates triumphs with remarkable maturity, but she also manages setbacks with an equally admirable attitude. Sharapova emphasized that the ability to absorb defeat without allowing it to destroy belief in oneself is among the most critical traits in professional tennis. The tour is demanding, the rivalry is constant, and even the greatest champions experience losses on a regular basis. If an athlete cannot mentally rebound from those disappointments, their professional journey can very quickly begin to unravel.
Sport is not just tennis, it's fashion, it's art, it's culture, it's having a platform, and I think she does brilliantly of merging all of those together. Their victories are so special, but if you treat them too high, and you treat the tough moments as a really big low in your career, it's hard to find that happy medium. And I think that's what that sweet spot is.
But Alex Ela, according to Maria Sharapova, appears to understand this balance remarkably well. She holds her head high following defeats and never allows a single setback to define her path. At the same time, she avoids becoming overly emotional or distracted when she secures major victories. Sharapova described this kind of emotional discipline as one of the most valuable qualities a young competitor can build. In her view, Alex Ela is handling her mindset with the composure and maturity of someone far older than her years. What makes the situation even more meaningful is that the admiration between the two athletes flows in both directions. Alex Ela has openly shared many times that Maria Sharapova was one of her greatest inspirations while growing up. Like millions of aspiring tennis players around the globe, Eala watched Sharapova dominate the sport during the height of her career. From capturing the title at Wimbledon Championships as a teenager to building one of the most recognizable and influential careers in tennis history, Sharapova's journey left a lasting impact on the generation that followed.
There's any current players or past players on the women's side that you particularly looked up to in terms of your game style, like you wanting to kind of emulate them on the court?
Definitely. Growing up, my absolute favorite was Maria Sharapova. I guess I love.
Alex Ela has mentioned that she hopes to build a career following a similar path, learning valuable lessons from the journeys of champions who achieved success before her, and it appears that Maria Sharapova has been more than happy to pass along that wisdom. In fact, Sharapova has quietly encouraged Alex Ela since the early days of her junior career. Long before the breakthrough performance at the Miami Open placed Eala in the international spotlight, Sharapova had already noticed the promise she carried. According to individuals familiar with the situation, Sharapova has provided guidance and helpful advice to Eala at several points throughout her development. That mentorship has likely contributed to helping the rising star handle the intense pressure that comes with climbing quickly on the WTA tour. And with a figure like Sharapova backing her progress, many supporters believe Eala's future within the sport could be incredibly promising. However, Sharapova is not the only tennis icon who has recognized Alex Eala's impressive rise. Novak Djokovic, widely regarded as one of the greatest competitors in tennis history, has also reportedly expressed strong admiration for the young talent. His reaction following Eala's exit from Indian Wells Open revealed how much respect she has already earned within the tennis world. Rather than concentrating on the disappointment of her defeat, Djokovic reportedly noticed something entirely different. He was impressed by how Eala carried herself immediately after the match concluded. Djokovic reportedly remarked that Alex Ela is impressive to watch on television, but even more exciting to see live in person. Coming from someone who has competed against the greatest athletes across multiple generations, that remark carries tremendous weight. He described her as an outstanding athlete who is establishing her place in the WTA for all the right reasons, not through controversy or media hype, but through authentic ability, relentless dedication, and tireless effort.
Is someone I get along very well with on and off the court. Again, another physical battle, but obviously against an opponent that was playing on a high level. So I'm glad to overcome it. I was really blown away by how inspired she was. I mean, I was blown away by watching a great athlete.
Another standout figure from the WTA who recently voiced support for Alex Ela is Jessica Pegula. The American star stressed that one difficult defeat should never be the standard used to evaluate a young player's entire journey. Following Eala's round of 16 elimination at Indian Wells Open, Pegula reportedly explained that one result cannot determine a competitor's identity or limit what they may accomplish later in their career. She highlighted that Eala has already demonstrated remarkable promise and that her path in professional tennis is still at a very early stage. In her view, the sport should pay attention to the broader narrative instead of fixating on isolated outcomes. Pegula even shared that she would enjoy inviting Eala onto her podcast to discuss the excitement and visibility she is currently bringing to women's tennis. That type of impact reaches far beyond wins, losses, or rankings. It contributes to expanding the game, motivating the next generation of athletes, and maintaining interest across the worldwide tennis audience. Looking at everything unfolding around Eala right now, one reality becomes obvious. The admiration directed toward her is not simple hype or coincidence. It is coming from some of the most influential figures in the sport. Maria Sharapova envisions a future global icon representing Asia. Novak Djokovic recognizes a focused competitor with the mindset of a champion. Eala sees a presence that is injecting fresh energy into the WTA tour. When champions and elite players start describing someone in those terms, it usually signals something significant. The tennis world may be witnessing the emergence of an extraordinary talent. Eala still has a long road ahead, filled with triumphs, setbacks, and valuable experiences. Yet if the admiration and encouragement she is already receiving from legendary figures are any sign, her journey could just be beginning. And if Sharapova's forecast proves accurate, the WTA Tour might soon see an Asian superstar fully step into the global spotlight.